Injury-wise, everyone's been in, so it's been good to get people a lot of reps in practice. Braylon getting a lot of reps, Harris getting a lot of reps, so it's been good to have everybody in there. Solo's been back, so it's good. The team has looked as healthy as we've looked. So,
what's the scouting report for the game?
Well, I mean, Xavier is explosive team offensively. Do a great job of shooting threes. Do a great job of getting out transition. I think they got really hard to guard because they've got five guys playing on the perimeter. Makes you uncomfortable because it puts your centers in uncomfortable positions playing defense out at the three-point line. So they're not playing with a traditional center. That's. But we've had 5 days here to prepare for the way that they play. So it's always a challenging place to play. Richard's an excellent coach. So winning road games in conference is always hard.
Dan, I imagine you have some thoughts on the Baylor situation and kind of direction of college basketball. Who's allowed to play?
Question 2, question 1. Yeah, I thought it'd be number 1, but it's good. I mean, listen, you listen to what coaches that a lot more experience than me. I think have said it well in a couple different ways, but what Cal has said about the kind of the mental health aspect of it. I get that. I love what he said about the transfer. Having a transfer rule is critical. No other sport is functioning the way that we're functioning right now. College football and college basketball, it's just total chaos. So from that standpoint, I mean, what Coach Cal said about those things, and then obviously, Coach Izzo's comments, those resonated with me, as well. So I guess I'll fall to what those two coaches that know a lot more than me relative to their level of experience. I would say for me, it's hard to play. We need just some leader. I mean, we need leadership. We need a commissioner. We need a commissioner. We need somebody that is, just directing the sport right now, getting us just in a situation. Whether again, I heard Mark Few's comments about Congress and getting them involved. I mean, all those things, just make a lot of sense. I mean, this is. College basketball is special. College basketball is an awesome sport. College basketball has the second biggest sporting event that our country has. March Madness is the second biggest thing we do on a yearly basis. It blows away the other sports rating-wise, and in terms of the media that it's able to garner and the attention of the country for multiple weeks, and then the ratings prove it as well. So. We just can't take something that is great and ruin it because there's no leadership, there's no direction, no one knows the rules, no one knows the rules to the game. I was told weeks ago that there was going to be a ruling potentially in the middle of December about players getting a fifth year, being awarded a fifth year to play, and you have that December 15th date, it's come, it's gone. We have no idea whether players are going to get a fifth year. And then really just being as clueless, I guess, as I am, for me, it's like, players that forego and head to the NBA, like I forego my eligibility, I'm turning pro, I'm going to the NBA, I'm foregoing my college eligibility, and now I'm coming back to college to play. We just don't want college basketball to turn into the G League. I mean, can we just make the travel better in the G League? Can they stay at nicer hotels? Can they get more per diem? Can they pay them more money? So that G League players, it's obvious what the G League players are coming back for. They're coming back for the money you can make in college. And then, we're also traveling and $40 million practice facility, we play in front of big crowds, we travel well. I mean, I could see what's appealing for G League players to want to return to college, but I just don't want to lose our donors. You lose your fans, you lose your current students. What I think has been a great connection for those are the people that drive our sport too. Those are the people that buy tickets, support the program, make it possible for us to function the way that we do. If we lose them, like if they just think this is just some mercenary thing, if education just goes completely out the window here, like that we're just basically we're like college basketball is the G League, and I just don't know if ruining college basketball is the right direction.
Would it be workable to do something along the lines of what hockey and baseball do, where somebody could get drafted, and if they don't like where they're drafted or they don't sign a contract, then they could come back? I mean, that would be kind of awkward in June and July to be hearing about that. But I mean, is that a workable?
I mean, listen, if we're just if this is just pro sports now, all right, then like again, like we need to we need a commissioner that just sets the rules for the game that we're now playing. Everyone talks about college coaches, all the people out there that either didn't play in college or aren't coaches or have never been coaches and aren't going through any of this type of experience that have an opinion on it. They don't like adapt. You guys got to adapt. What are we adapting to? We don't even know the rules. Like when I saw that tweet over Christmas, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was one of those fake accounts. I had no idea. Now again, we're still in compliance meetings here at UConn talking about like the letterhead that we can't send with mailers, and you can only call a recruit once a week. I mean, we're still in those types of compliance meetings, and now you're seeing that guys that played in the NBA are now going to go play college in January, and it's not. Listen, player empowerment, awesome, love it. It's great. It's long overdue. Coaches doing what's in their best interest, that is great too. Doing what you need to do to take care of your family so your team can be good enough so that you can keep your job and be successful as a coach. But like, who's looking out for the shield of college basketball? Like, that should be a commissioner, should be running our sport, and figuring out how to put things in place, whether it's a limit on transfers, it's contracts for players, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. Like, we need leadership. We need somebody letting us know what the rules are so we can then adapt to the game. Right now it's a game with no rules.
The commissioner would obviously have to wield a lot of power.
Yeah.
You'd have to have everyone's backing.
Yeah.
Everyone would have to be on board. What this guy says goes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but if this is now, if it is, whether it's pro sports or it gets back to more of a college model through whatever government intervention, whatever it is, I think we need like leadership. You have no idea where to turn. Is that commissioner? Who's it going to be? Going to be Coach Calhoun, Coach K? I mean, who's?
How about you?
At this rate, in a couple of years, but no, I don't. Shit, I'm a ball coach. The stuff that's going on. I mean, for us, I don't know how much it impacts us. I mean, we're trying to work in a model that we work. I mean, we still want to recruit high school players, develop them. I always wanted to be a college coach. I mean, I loved being a college coach. I loved recruiting players, sophomore year of high school, evaluating the talent, building the relationship, developing the young talent, putting teams together over the course of, having in your mind to try to, evaluate the talent, develop the talent, put teams together, project when people are going to go to the NBA, project positions you needed to fill, really develop teams, develop culture, develop programs. Now, I mean, obviously the art of being a college coach has cheapened a lot. You could just buy a team, and now you could you could have a team that you don't like to start the year, and you could just change your team mid-year.
It says like the pro-am, you don't know who's going to show up.
Well, that's, I think, the whole, like the media or all the trolls or all the people on social media just, shut up and coach or whatever. Like, yeah, I mean, like, we all adapt. I mean, we're all adaptable. And if you leave it up to coaches are always going to find, loopholes or ways to improve their team, because that's our job. I mean, I don't begrudge, Scott Drew or any of the programs that are doing it. If it's within the confines of the rules, there's plenty of coaches that haven't followed the rules and have cheated in college sports and have won a lot. So, just say that. We know that.
If it does become like the norm, would you feel like you'd have to join in and recruit those type of guys as well? Or?
I mean, I'm. It's like I come up here and I say, say I'll never do that. I mean, I just don't know where it's heading. I really, when I saw the tweet, I had no idea that was even possible to pull a guy out of the G League and that they'd have any eligibility to play. I just thought it was kind of a joke, and like a pre-Christmas joke. I thought it was maybe April 1st or something. And so I think for me, I want to do it the way that we do it. I think we try to do it with, majority of our roster and team is going to be guys that we've, recruited out of high school and developed. Some guys that are multi-year transfers that will be, maybe guys that have, played in, one or two programs, or in a case like Cam Spencer, I think, obviously that was a different situation with him having played in 3 schools. But more of a Tristan Newton type of transfer, a guy that, plays in limited places, and then a high school player. So I mean, I don't really want to be, I want to be a college coach. I don't want to feel like I'm like a G League coach or just a lesser version, and that would be a huge mistake. Again, especially when college basketball is, the NCAA tournament, March Madness, college basketball, it's special, it's incredible. Like, we just can't ruin it, and it feels like we're heading towards ruining it because there's just no leadership.
Coach, you talk about development. How far along is Jacob Russ in terms of development, being a freshman out of high school?
Yeah, Jacob is getting. You can get a whole lot better, even when you're not playing. I think Jacob has improved a lot. He brings a lot to practice. He's he's a wing with a lot of athleticism, and he's got a little bit of Andre Jackson type of abilities in terms of being a disruptor out there. So. Just getting them to work on trying to get some consistent shooting and just learn what it is to be a college basketball player, because it's a grind.
I know the whole January thing is dead and buried by now. You guys obviously, last couple of years, certainly the year.
Is it January right now?
It will be after.
So we made up with January.
Yeah.
We made up.
But what is there something about this team that makes you confident that whether it's January or February or March for that matter? This team can avoid sort of a slippage like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that we've done. There's nothing that we've done that gives me that makes me like not confident in the group. Like when you win, when you have the type of wins we've had. I don't know if it's the most the most quad 1A wins of anyone in college basketball. We've had the best 4 wins, I think, potentially. Makes you feel like that your team has got a real chance. But you don't know if you have a great team until you get to late February, March, and you've gotten through conference play, and you've performed, like the 2014 did, where you truly know you've got a great team. Because whatever however Big East conference games are all going to be tough. No matter what anyone's net is, Ken Palm, any of those things, it's it's a grind. It's physical, and you play in tough environments, and you play against great coaches.
Dan, did the start to the DePaul game sort of emphasize just how important Solo has been to this team, especially early in games? He's been getting a lot of his work early.
Yeah, I think Solo being out of there from a defensive, offensive standpoint. I think we do a lot of things to get Solo opportunities. So, having a guy not in there that, especially with the way he played at DePaul the year before, and the way he played in that Butler game, looking like his sophomore year self. So, but I think he's been able to get healthy and get into these. He's had 4 straight days of practice. He'll get a 5th day tomorrow, and he'll be ready to go.
You mentioned Braylon sort of getting some of those types of looks. Is that something that you envision for him as the season goes on, just having 2 guys that can both do that?
Yeah, I just think with Braylon, it's if you do a comp on where Steph was on December 29. If you look at where Steph was on December 29th as his freshman year, both of those men dealt with injuries. But Steph really didn't start to hit his stride until after the new year, and as January turned to February to March, and then he was a monster. So I just think with Braylon right now, missing the time, He's going to turn it up, I think, in a similar way to the way Steph did. He's still trying to figure out, just the offense, how to use screens, like where to find his opportunities, get to know his teammates. His teammates got to find him, because he's explosive, and we got to get him going.
Do you prefer the long 10-day layoff, or would you have rather have had a game scheduled like maybe 3 days or 2 days after Christmas?
Yeah, I liked it for us because we played such a brutal non-conference schedule and then went right to those 2 Big East games. I wish the league would have had us play on the 22nd. The way that the schedule fell for us. Now we play this game 2 days, game, 2 days, game, 2 days, game. It just would have been more beneficial for us if it was structured differently. You probably wish you didn't play before Christmas on the road and then New Year's game on the road that way too. But no one gets preferential treatment in the Big East.
Anything else?
Right, Bobby?
Any resolutions for the year?
Yeah, I'm sugar at night. I've got I got a bad relationship with sweets at night, like a real bad relationship. Ice cream, chocolate, carrot cake. It just starts calling me, like as the day, your willpower as the day moves forward, and as day turns to night, and night turns into time to go to bed. I just can't get up off the couch and just go to bed. It's just the freezer's calling me, the ice cream, and my wife Andrea's not helping me because she's buying it, and I try to explain to her the only way to really avoid it is to not have it in the, if it's there, you're gonna go, and what ends up happening is the wrappers are all like on the floor in the kitchen the next morning because she'll go up before me and then I go up second, so then she sees the evidence that the little elves left.